word on the street. You got that ism check. They say. You got these bitches doing us some on bows to get your trap check.
Imani Inc. Music.
Got instrumental stock.
It's a lifestyle, this is not a hustle. You gotta sacrifice or you ain't gotta struggle. Live outside your comfort zone, not outside a bubble. You gotta stay hard when it's time for trouble. Ism for God is the greater mind. Ain't nothing like the max state of mind. Apply the game is the greater grind. You put it to the test, lay in the greater time.
Is immediately arrested on outstanding felony warrants, but is now the prime suspect in the murder of Douglas Calhoun. When DNA tests confirmed that blood found in the house belonged to Chef Doug, Trayvon's girlfriend agrees to confess everything she knows in exchange for immunity. Then she lays it out, telling cops exactly where the body is.
She identified the garage and said, hey, he's gonna be in the trash can in the back of the garage. Right where she said it was at, it was there.
Detective McDonald says he's never seen something so callous. Chef Doug had been in that garbage can for 37 days.
It was just mind-boggling how someone, a human, could take another human, put him in a trash can, roll him to a vacant garage, and just leave him there.
We were right there in Brightmoor community. We must have walked past him at least 5 or 6 times.
They threw him away like he was trash.
But why did Baskerville allegedly shoot and kill Chef Doug? The answer left his family gutted.
He wanted to do it without a condom.
He being Doug?
Yes.
Trayvon's girlfriend claims the chef had come over to the house agreeing to pay her $50 for oral sex, but then wanted more.
And what did you do at that point?
I told him no.
She says he asked for his money back, and that's when Trayvon came out with a gun.
Them two started going back and forth.
What does back and forth mean?
They was arguing back and forth about the money.
When Chef Doug asked Trayvon to step outside, she says her boyfriend shot him in the back. Afterwards, they both hid the body.
Where does Trey put the body?
Into the dumpster.
Okay. Do you help him do that?
Yes.
Why?
Because I was scared.
On the day of his arraignment, Baskerville didn't seem rattled by the charge of first-degree murder, but when the judge mentioned human trafficking,
his head popped up and his eyes got real wide. Human trafficking? Where do you get that charge from?
from his 17-year-old girlfriend, who told investigators Trayvon forced her into prostitution at age 16, and that he confiscated all the money she had earned. Baskerville was convicted of second-degree murder and human trafficking. Part of what did him in were more phone calls, conversations with his then-girlfriend, asking, "Did you tell on me?"
Yeah, I'm about to do, I'm about to react to this, give y'all the Gang Goofy breakdown of this whole situation. This dude supposed to have been pimping, ended up being a murderer, and he trafficking a underage girl, saying that's his girlfriend. But, like I said, every time I tell people, because I see it time and time again, when, everybody do their own thing. But nowadays, when you trafficking a minor, they ain't giving you football numbers, man. Man, this dude got basketball numbers, man. Basketball numbers being the triple digits. Just look at it, man. Just, Look, right now, he 34. His earliest release date is 2139. 2139, if you're being serious, that means, that's 114 years from now. I don't think he's living that long. And then, the other one, the latest release date is like, the maximum charge is like 2219. If he lives to be that old, he'll be like 194 years old. Well, that's 194 years from now. He'll be 228 years old. If he lives that long, which he probably won't. They're just letting you know, they're just making up, they gave him the max. You know what I'm saying? They gave him the max, man. God damn. They made sure he wasn't getting out of jail ever. Like, they could just pass a law and give you a sentence and, like, yeah, you gonna eat that. Like, even, most of the charges will say, because they say kidnapping and all that, like 100 years. And you say months, years. One don't say years, 100 years. And by the time he's supposed to be released, he gonna be dead.
Trayvon Baskerville is immediately arrested on outstanding felony warrants, but is now the prime suspect in the murder of Douglas Calhoun. When DNA tests confirm that...
When they just had to stop it. He the prime suspect in a murder. Pimps don't murder. We ain't no murderers, ain't no killers. That's why I say, he ain't a killer, but don't push me. Now, you supposed to be pimping. And you pimping, you trafficking the minor, and you gonna kill the dude. And first of all, you letting the dude come to your house. You ain't supposed to have to... just let it play, man.
Blood found in the house belonged to Chef Doug. Trayvon's girlfriend agrees to confess everything she knows in exchange for immunity. Then she lays it out, telling cops exactly where the body is.
She identified the garage and said, hey, he's going to be in a trash can in the back of the garage. Right where she said it was at, it was there.
Detective McDonald says he's never seen...
Okay, I'm not a murder guy, but if I was to do a murder, I wouldn't have just left him in the trash. I made sure that you would never found that body again. It would never, ever, ever. We wouldn't even be talking about this shit. I put it somewhere so far, they ain't never found out where he was at. I do like the cartel, Hey, man, that's what, I do like shit. Dexter be cutting up. I'm talking about the show. Dexter, I be on some Dexter type shit if I was gonna do in the murder game, but see, I ain't no murderer, man. It's too much, man. I ain't never killed nobody. But anyway, Let's just let it play.
Something so callous. Chef Doug had been in that garbage can for 37 days.
It was just mind-boggling how someone, a human, could take another human, put them in a trash can, roll them to a vacant garage, and just leave them there.
We were right there in Brightmoor community. We must have walked past him at least 5.
It just shows, I mean, the dude want to thank you, man. I mean, they had the girl, you know, he had the girl trafficking the girl for that little money. You see he wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. But, you know, and then to do the murder. You was a murderer. That's you. You ain't the ism, man. And I'm tired of these motherfuckers. I'm tired of these motherfuckers perpetrating like they is. And then, you know, the square world, they don't care. They just label all yeah, he was a pimp. Yeah, all pimps do that. Nah. They cast a blanket over a community of motherfuckers. Nah. All pimps do not. A pimp is not a killer. A killer is a killer. A pimp is not a killer, okay? He don't be killing the customers. If you killed the customer, you ain't gonna get no. Why would you kill the customer? A returning customer for your client, for one. I mean, the customer is the client, but return the customer for your potential. We want the customer need to be alive so you can continue to get the money. You know, for one. And then two, well, a lot of people got their views on, you know, kids, but I was taught not to divulge in the kids department. You know, kids are kids, you know. And he got his girlfriend, a.k.a. his hoe. It's all bad, man.
6 times. They threw him away like he was trash.
Damn shame.
But why did Baskerville allegedly shoot and kill Chef Doug? The answer left his family gutted.
He wanted to do it without a condom.
He being Doug?
Yes.
Trayvon's girlfriend claims the chef had come over to the house agreeing to pay her $50 for oral sex, but then wanted more.
See, and then, you know, like I said, tricks, when they mouth pussy, they always want, you know, some just low grade shit. You know, they always trying to down talk the hoe. That's why, you know, a real pimp is needed. And two, you know, they go back on, you know, what I said on another episode. But two, you know, like if he was the real pimping, first of all, you ain't bringing you ain't letting your hoe work out your home. Not really, not the house you stay at. And then you got, you know, a minor, and also you doing for that low ass money. Like all this bag, it's like that's just any kind of money. Like you had a crackhead or something. You had a young girl. I don't agree with, you know, trafficking for one, and pimping on minors. That's against the rules. That's against the rules I was taught. So, you know, to each his own. But see, what all this led to, he getting over 100-some years for murder and trafficking the minor. Dumbass. All them years. I seen it on the paperwork, man. And y'all said, I'm glad they put the paperwork up here so y'all can see it for y'all goddamn self. Come on.
And what did you do at that point?
I told him no.
She says he asked for his money back, and that's when Trayvon came out with a gun.
Them two started going back and forth.
What does back and forth mean?
Now, you know, I get it. You know, if it was a normal girl, you know, you could teach like a regular age girl how to handle herself in this situation. The pimp don't come out until the last resort after all the way it's supposed to be handled with all those those steps, went through those steps and everything, and then convoluted to that situation. Then that's when a pimp come into the room, and he ain't really coming to the room with just pointing a gun at the motherfucker. Like, I ain't never, I used to carry guns, and I had guns on my hip, when I had to step in the room, and the trick don't want to leave, and I'll be like, look, and I always tell the bitch, our bitches, I'll be like, look, if I ever had to come in the room with the trick, and you couldn't get him out the room, we robbing his ass. Taking it for everything he got, not for that little ass money that you was trying to get out of him. Because if I come in the room, I'm getting paid. Fuck out of here. But, I ain't never had no minor. I ain't did no minors. I don't play that. But everybody got their own thing. But this is just out of hand. This is just gang goofy and shit.
They was arguing back and forth about the money.
When Chef Doug asked Trayvon to step outside, she says her boyfriend shot him in the back. Afterwards, they both hid the body.
And look, shot him in the back with an honor. Why you ain't shoot him in his face? Bitch ass nigga. If you gonna kill somebody, shit, at least let them get the they last time on earth, like they could see it coming. Not like it was almost like execution style and shit. You probably had him on his knees, all kind of war bullshit. But anyway, like I said, he ain't the pimping. This shit gang goofy, man.
Where does Trey put the body?
Into the dumpster.
Okay. Do you help him do that?
Yes.
Why?
Because I was scared.
On the day of his arraignment, Baskerville didn't seem rattled by the charge of first-degree murder, but when the judge mentioned human trafficking,
His head popped up, and his eyes got real wide. Human trafficking? Where do you get that charge from?
Nigga, you know where you got the term from, nigga. The whole thing based on human trafficking, motherfucker. You trafficking the minor. Dumbass nigga. Even his face, he looked like a dumbass. Look at his face, like, when they show his face, like, what? Human trafficking? Yeah, nigga, human trafficking. You got a minor, the dude that you killed, the reason why you killed him, because she wasn't going to go bare, and he wanted his money back. What did he come over there for, nigga? Come on.
from his 17-year-old girlfriend, who told investigators Trayvon forced her into prostitution at age 16, and that he confiscated all the money she had earned.
Okay, your little 17-year-old girlfriend told it all, nigga. Your girlfriend, she told it all, nigga, and now you like, what? We're human trafficking. What you talk about?
Baskerville was convicted of second-degree murder and human trafficking. Part of what did him in were more phone calls, conversations with his then-girlfriend, asking, "Did you tell on me?"
Nigga, if you had to ask that question, come on, man. She told on you in the court, right in front of your motherfucking face. Like I said, I like to show these stories to show, like, you know, when this happens, when you're doing it wrong, and these are the possible consequences. You get, like, this dude got over 100 years. Y'all seeing the paperwork. I ain't got to explain. They talking about the earliest release date, 2139. And the latest, the maximum release date is 2219. Nigga, ain't nobody around right now gonna be alive. Even the people that sentenced you, nigga, you ain't never getting out. And that's why this is gang goofy. He ain't the pimping, but he damn sure a killer.
This a lifestyle, this is not a hustle. You gotta sacrifice and you ain't gotta struggle. Live outside your comfort zone, not outside a bubble. You gotta stay hard when it's time for trouble. Isn't for God, it's the greater mind. Ain't nothing like the max state of mind. Apply the game, it's the greater grind. You put it to the test, lay in the greater time.